tear ducts. That might have been Tori laughing. Because we're all trapped inside.
Hey, everybody, thank you for tuning in to Plus Time, a live stream comedy show to get us all through this. This being a pandemic or a Georgia runoff election situation. They say comedy is just tragedy plus time. We're in the midst of a whole bunch of tragedies all the time, always. But if we keep using whatever extra time we have to create things, we can all look back on this one day and laugh, right? As if the world continues to spin. Getting us started off right is my co-host of 86 episodes, my brother of 29 years, Drew Rogers.
Hi.
Hey, buddy.
What's up, dude?
Nothing much, man. Is that the last time I get to say 29 years? No, we got another before.
I was going to say, I think there's one more.
Yep. You excited? Dude.
You're going to be here.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be in Columbus for a few days coming up. And we have several timies right now tuning in, and I will tell you when. I'll call you each individually and tell you. No, I'm going to be there, let's see, the 15th through the 19th. So just a few days, going to do some family stuff, hang out or whatever. Might try to do a mic or something. We'll see what happens.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool. Yeah. I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing how much our niece and nephew have grown in my absence and shaming them for it. Really, just like, how are you taller? That's inconsiderate, is what I'm going to say.
They're the perfect age to start shaming them.
Yeah, know? Really. And I think that's
really setting in now. So it's prime.
Like, before, like, they wouldn't have felt bad, but now it's like,
or they wouldn't have learned their lesson, but now.
But now, who knows? So what has been up with you?
Not much. Started a new job last week, so I'm just getting adjusted to that while still working on all my Cowtown stuff.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if I've actually done that. These are the storyboards to my book.
Do you want me to make it closer or?
Oh, no? We can.
Just a tease. Just buy it when it's in stores, you assholes. Sorry, I called you assholes. I didn't mean it. I really didn't mean it. I think you're lovely, lovely people. Yes,
lots
just
of
tune
it
in.
Is different.
Yeah.
Lots of it is the same.
Lots of it is there. Let's see. What was I trying to talk about? Visiting Columbus. I already checked that off. My fucking spicy ginger ale is back.
Yeah.
Pretty pumped about that. Yep. Check this stuff out right there.
What is on that?
It's like a tree house.
Cool.
Yeah. I went into the store and I asked about it and I said, "Do you have this one?" And she said, "No." And then I said, "I didn't tell you which one yet." And she said, "Yeah, but this is the one that everyone asks about." Ah, okay. And then they got it back eventually. So now I have it.
Nice.
Spicy
What's
ginger ale. Ginger's Bunkhouse Spicy Ginger Ale.
Ginger's Bunkhouse. That sounds like a bad strip club.
It does a little bit, doesn't it? But yeah, that has been the highlight of my day so far is drinking the spicy ginger ale. Also, like, I just want to brag about this. I already showed this to Drew, but I couldn't find a chip clip earlier, and I just MacGyvered this situation with just look at
beautiful.
That. It's like bread clips, a twist tie, and these chopsticks that I was using to eat them. And I just folded it up. I felt felt brilliant. Thank you. I think I deserve as much credit as you guys can give me on that sound out off in the comments about what a brilliant person I am for making this chip clip.
Again, please validate us.
Please validate us.
Oh, we're looking.
And also, tell us, these are like my top chips right now. I think these are like my favorites. Tell us what your favorite chips are right now, because it's getting interesting out there. I'm like really super into just these things that are just like, oh, like this is a normal thing that you're used to, but it's like a little spicier. You know what I mean? And I'm all about that right now. And again, like, since I'm not drinking, it's just been, let's see, Walter says, necessity is the mother of invention. That is very true. Also, yay, new invention. Thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty pumped about it. But chips. Oh yeah, because I'm not drinking, like, I'm finding just like little things like this to be very, very, what's the word? Ah, damn it. All of my vocabulary is at the bottom of the bottle. No, I just found a lot of joy and like flavors and stuff, I guess. Is that a way to put it?
You're exploring your palate.
Yeah. Have you been watching any like holiday things? I know we like extensively covered all the Marvel Christmas stuff last week.
Yeah, I've been watching a bunch of Christmas specials. I just watched the special from Abed's Uncontrollable Christmas, and then the Always Sunny Christmas special.
Yeah, a very sunny Christmas.
Some of a Simpsons episode and a Bob's Burgers episode. The latest one, or like, so the last episode I saw that came out, they're like talking, and Bob is like, oh my God, I haven't gone to see my mom's grave in forever. Because they were like, we're going to go do this thing. And it was just like, do you guys care if we go to this? And so it's like, it just, for as silly as that show has always been, when it has real moments, it's very surprising.
Oh yeah, when it wants to grab your heartstrings, it'll do it. Same with like the Bob's Burgers movie I saw when I was down here visiting a few months ago. It's great, yeah, and it kind of does that same thing where it's just like, all right, well, this is like a silly good time as usual, and then it just gets to a point where it's like, oh, now I'm feeling stuff in a theater. Yeah. That's that.
And it's like, oh, both the times recently were because of Bob's mom.
Yeah, exactly. So, I watched Die Hard yesterday. Sunday night, I think. What is today? Tuesday, obviously.
Today is Tuesday, yeah. Today is Plus Time Day.
It's Plus Time Day. It's Tuesday. But yeah, like Sunday night we watched Die Hard. I've been watching like in shifts. I've been trying to watch Polar Express, which I think I was telling you. Like I think I saw it like shortly after it came out, and I hadn't really seen it since. And I know it's just like kind of famous for the uncanny valley aspect of it. It's just like, but like there's some really cool stuff they're doing in that movie. And I loved that book when I was a little kid.
That is a good book.
And I've been enjoying it in the 10-minute increments that I've been watching it. I also the other day I was like kind of grumpy, you know what I mean? And I was like, didn't really want to go to bed yet, and I just like was like turning on something. I was like, I kind of want to watch something Christmassy, but I don't want to like stay up for a whole like hour and a half watching a movie or whatever. So I turned on an Everybody Loves Raymond Christmas episode, and then I watched like 2 more Everybody Loves Raymond Christmas episodes. So I could have just watched a movie or something anyway. But yeah, it's like, this is comfort, right?
Absolutely.
So, let's see. Die Hard like I don't want to do the whole debate about is it a Christmas movie? If it takes place during Christmas, it's a fucking Christmas movie. Like I don't understand why people put so much rules on like that qualifier or whatever.
It's during a Christmas party. He references Christmas the entire time. It's just like a really weird Christmas movie.
Yeah, it's not like up for debate. Like I don't understand what else qualifies. It's Christmas time. Like that's just what it is.
Yeah,
I choose to watch it. Yeah, I'm not gonna like. Let's not spur this debate again. Let's not stir this all up. You know,
let's not stir this debate up that you and I are both on the same side.
I just don't want to like pay it any more mind because like people have talked this to death. Just the whole thing about like, is it?
Absolutely.
I don't care, man. Just like whatever you want to watch during the holidays is like your thing. You know, if Thanksgiving rolls around and you want to watch Galaxy Quest, do it. Of course, obviously.
I was waiting for it.
You know, here we are, Christmas time. There's some weird ones though. Like I always like the weird stuff that like takes place during Christmas. I remember one time, and I'm like when I was working at Blockbuster. It was either Blockbuster or Family Video because I worked at Family Video for a quick minute as well. But somebody came in and they were like, "Oh, I'm looking for a good Christmas movie," you know? And I was like, "Oh, I got you." And then I directed them to The Ice Harvest. Have you ever seen that movie? It's Harold Ramis directed. It's called The Ice Harvest. And it's like about this like mob accountant played by John Cusack. And it's like this really weird like drama where there's like tons of murder and stuff, and just the person just was genuinely just asking, give me a Christmas movie or whatever, and I was like, oh, here's one that probably you haven't seen. And then they came back and complained about it. Like, why would you? I was looking for Elf or something like in that vein.
This is very
like,
different.
Yep.
I just kept waiting for John Cusack's ears to point. I was just disappointed the entire time.
I'm like, what do you expect? It's a Christmas movie with Billy Bob Thornton in it. The guy is established. There's a lot of fun people in that movie. Yeah, there's like John Cusack, Billy Bob Thornton, Oliver Platt. I'm not gonna go down the whole character actor rabbit hole right now, guys. David Pasquazi, who's now Immortal Man. Immortal Man? Is that his name?
Immortalized?
No, Immortal Man was the guy on She-Hulk. What's his fucking name?
Oh, Mr. Immortal.
Mr. Immortal, that's right, yeah. He's now Mr. Immortal. He's also in that as like a senator who's being blackmailed or some shit. I forget. But that movie's very bloody and very
Kiss
icy.
Kiss Bang Bang? Is that the one I'm thinking of? That
yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. and Val Kilmer?
Yep. Yeah, I haven't watched that one yet this Christmas, but I will. That is definitely in the rotation for me. I love that shit. Lethal Weapon, Die Hard, Iron Man 3, obviously.
Yeah, I need to rewatch that too.
I just did that one a couple days ago. It's great. I think... No, never mind. I was going to say it's my favorite Iron Man movie. That's clearly not the truth. The first one is perfect. First one is perfect. The second one is like the most forgettable MCU movie. I've seen it like twice, and I still just like, I barely remember things from it. I have to like be watching it to remember that like it's a different... It's like, oh, this part is in this. The donut part is like all I remember. Like him getting drunk at the party and having to fight Rhodey. Yeah. There's some good stuff going on.
There's some fun stuff, yeah.
There's some fun stuff.
Hearing in front of the Senate or whatever, where they're
with
like,
Gary
Shandling weapons, yeah, and you watch the dude like in the iron, like the exosuit thing.
Yeah.
I'm like.
Cam wants to know, is Home Alone 3 a Christmas movie? I would assume not. I don't think that it is ever explicitly referenced. I think it's like a post-Christmas movie. I think there's maybe some decoration stuff, but I feel like it's like over at that point. It's been a little while since I watched Home Alone 3, but I think that's the case.
That one has like real stakes to it.
Yeah.
They're like, there's like a microchip inside a toy car that like the microchip is like a weapon or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Like goes to like a warhead or some shit.
Something like that, yeah. And then it's just like a team of like very well organized thieves or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh my god, thank you for your time, long time fan. That's of course our brother Cameron, a producer of this show too. Let's see what else. We talked Christmas movies. We brought up the Polar Express. I showed you my MacGyver chip clip, but I'm going to show it again. Look at that.
It's just worth showing.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Pretty excited about that. I had a pretty good weekend. There was, let's see, we like woke up late on Saturday morning and we were like, okay, let's go for a walk. There's like a little hippie village nearby us, and so like we have to, there's no like recycling or compost at this apartment, so we have to like walk all of it over there. It's like a 5-minute walk, so it's like not a big deal. We're like, all right, well, our compost, our recycling super full, we should just take that over real quick. So we did, and we were walking back, and then we just started to see like there's a bunch of houses that have like stations set up in front of them where they're like selling merch, or there's like a band or whatever, and it's like, oh, and I was like, yeah, there's awesome. Like, yeah, so there's some kind of festival going on, and so we ended up just like going around, and it was like only for the next like 2 hours, and they're like, let's just do that, and so we walked around and looked at all these bands and looked at all these things that people were selling. Didn't buy anything, but we made them think we might. We did that whole dance where it was like,
that's what's important. They don't want you to buy anything. They want you to just be like polite as you walk away.
Yeah, exactly. Just make eye contact with me and then go.
And then pretend like you are like checking for your wallet or something.
Yeah, just like be thinking about it a little bit.
Wish I could help. I left my wallet.
Yeah. So there's this one guy who made a bunch of like wooden figurines, and we were just talking to this guy, and among the wooden figurines were these little horses, and so Anna was asking about the horses, like, what are these guys all about? And he goes, oh, these are fjord horses. Have you ever heard of fjord horses? And then like goes on this whole thing about fjord horses and how like their heads are heavy or some shit, or like I don't remember. I don't know. Google fjord horses for yourself. But like we were walking away, and I like it was like an hour later. I turned to Anna. I was like, "Oh, by the way, fjorses," and she was like, "I know, it was right there." So yeah, fjorses. That guy just for whatever reason just didn't put that together. He also had one really long nose hair that was noticeable to me.
Ooh, but he made something that you can't stop looking at either.
Yeah. That's why it was delayed so much. Me saying fjorses, like fjorses was in my heart, but couldn't make it to my mouth because I was just thinking about like the guy that had a really long nose hair. But yeah, so then after that, like we came home and we like made some food. We made steak, and we made this really good salad. Forget what was in it because we've made like 2 other salads since. We made a good salad, and then like there was at the hippie village there was like a drum circle that night, and we were like, I don't know, maybe we should go to that or whatever. And we kind of debated for a little while, and then finally we just decided to go to this drum circle. And I had never been to a drum circle before, but it's exactly what you would expect it to be. People in a circle with a bunch of drums. Yep.
That checks out.
Yep. So there was a lot of drumming. And that was like, let's see, we got there like 8. It was like a 4-hour drum circle situation. It was like, all right. At a certain point, I was like, I think I get it, but then I got a second wind. It was kind of fun. And then like, people hand you a drum. Like, hey, now it's your turn to do some drumming. I was beatboxing throughout a good deal of it.
Dope.
I thought that was what my contribution could be.
Right, it's on brand for sure.
Yeah. And somebody gave me like a djembe or something, and I was like, oh, okay, I can fuck with this a little bit. And then like at a certain point, like I had just been kind of like sitting for a long time, and my lower back started hurting a little bit. So then this guy comes over and he's like, "Hey, hit this drum." And I was like, "I'm actually good now, man." He goes, "Come on, hit the drum." And I was like, I like my back hurts. I just kind of like want to sit here for a bit." And he goes, "Just hit it once." And I was like, "All right." And I just like slapped this drum, and he's like, "Yeah." And that was like, then we had like 45 minutes left at that point. And they like in the event for it, they made a huge deal about like, make sure you stay till 11 where we do the final drum circle. And then once it hit 11, it was just like, all right, that was the drum circle. It's like, oh, okay. I thought there was going to be like an exclamation point on
no
this thing.
fanfare to this. It's just
yeah,
cool.
I was like worried for a second. I thought I was going to be like, and now we all drink the Kool-Aid. And I'm like, no, but didn't happen, thankfully.
You're like, and now everyone stop banging your drums. Stop it.
Yeah.
Gary, I see you.
And then we got home just in time to miss Keke Palmer's monologue and then watch the rest of SNL, which is a good one. That was
a great episode.
She is just like so perfect for that show. You know what I mean? She's just like such a perfect host. Yeah, she did such a good job. It was a good time. Really enjoyed that one, especially the Keenan and Kel sketch. That was a lot of fun.
Dude, that was great.
Right? As soon as it started, I was like, oh, Kel's going to show up. And then they just like kind of kept pushing it off. And then like he finally did. And it was like, this was not disappointing at all.
And then immediately they kill him in it.
I loved that show so much.
Yeah, dude. And I love he immediately ran to the orange soda. And that got me in my 90s.
Certainly. Let's see. Good weekend. Check that off. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, there's the election stuff. It was like the election today for the runoff election for I don't even understand why this is happening. It's just like dude was elected, and then they were like, yeah, but was he though? And then like they made us vote about it, and I was here this time, and then I voted, and they're like, yeah, I don't know if you won enough. I don't fully understand why this happens, and they're like, he didn't win enough. We got to do another one in a month.
I don't know, guys. You didn't democracy quite hard enough. We have to try again.
So then, yeah, so we voted again. And I don't know, today was the day, but we've been getting so many commercials. Like, first of all, okay, so Hulu changed some shit. And this makes me mad. I'm like actively angry about this. So like I paid for
on the warpath. It's plus time on.
We're taking down Hulu.
It's at war with Hulu, everyone.
Yeah. Well, let's start a war with Disney, Drew. Let's do it.
No. Let's immediately I'm done. You can fight him.
All right, I'll fight him. So okay, so I paid for the Hulu no ads plan for like the last couple years because it was just like, yeah, I don't like ads. Let's not do them, right? And then at a certain point, like we have Disney Plus and Hulu, and at a certain point they were like, get the package, like put it together, get the bundle, the Disney bundle. You can get like Disney Plus and Hulu and ESPN or whatever. And I was like, okay, well maybe I could save some money if I do that. Like go ahead and get the bundle. So I went ahead and I got the bundle. And first of all, there was like ESPN, you could barely actually get anything, which is, not a huge deal for me. But it was like, all right, well, what am I paying for that? And then suddenly there were commercials on Hulu, and I was like, what? Yeah, and then they were like
that. I noticed.
Yeah, and then, but this was months ago, and then like. So I called them. I was like, hey, how come I have commercials? I was paying for no commercials. And they're like, no, if you have the Disney bundle, you have to get Hulu Live in order to get rid of the commercials. And I was like, well, then never mind. I'm going to like go ahead and unbundle it. And so I went back and I was just like paying for them separately, Hulu and Disney Plus. No more ESPN. And then then like suddenly, what, like 2 weeks ago or something, I get an email that's just like, yeah, we're changing things, and even though you're paying for no commercials, you gotta, if you want no commercials, then you gotta get like Hulu Live TV, which is like $70 or some shit. And I'm like, I'm not fucking doing that. Like, that's my line in the sand. So now, like, I gotta deal with commercials again. It's dumb. It's so dumb, and it makes me sad. But yeah, that's a thing. Let's see. What was my point about that? Oh yeah, so like since we have commercials back now, anytime we're watching anything, it's like we are guaranteed to see at least like 3 commercials that are like about this election, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we just like keep assuming any commercial that comes on is eventually going to turn into that. Like it could just be like, man, I sure do love these chips, but you know what I don't love? The idea of Herschel Walker as my senator. It's like that crazy. And it's a lot of like today, like even let's see, the polls have closed at this point or whatever, but like they were still playing commercials on Hulu a little bit ago. I was like, how? Like why? I mean, I get how and why, but I also don't understand how and why this whole thing. Again, the guy didn't win hard enough before. Whatever. Anyway, I like vampires and werewolves, but fucking Herschel Walker talked about him. And I don't like that. Doesn't make me think that he should be the guy. You know what I mean? I don't know shit about shit, right? So I'm in that acting class. There's no like news to report in that regard. I was really frustrated last week. I was like, so I had this homework and it was like I had to read 3 chapters and I had to make this video, and I read the 3 chapters like 2-3 times each, some of them, and then I like still like couldn't really get the homework, and it was really frustrating. And I was like kind of beating myself up about it. And then finally I like turned it in, and then I thought about it for like another hour, and I was like, I think I fucked it up. And so I like turned in another one, like, I think this one's better. I think I did this better now.
Mm-hmm.
And then like we went through class and it was like, no, you did fine. It was like, but I was definitely just like mad at myself. I was like, why can't I get this, man? And it's frustrating. It's frustrating, and it really makes me miss Actual Wolves. Shout out Actual Wolves, because it's like it was really nice to be able to just pick up and go with a bunch of people who are like, let's make this thing right now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you get to like kind of stretch your legs that way. And like right now, I'm in this acting class, which is very helpful and good, and ultimately it might be beneficial for, you know, trying to be an actor down here.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also it's just weird to be like, now theoretically, and you're just like kind of like talking about acting when I'm very much more of a throw me at it type of a guy, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah,
but it's been all right. I can't complain too much.
I'm glad that you seem to be enjoying ish, or at least learning something from it.
Yeah, I am. I am enjoying it mostly. Like I said, it was just like I became frustrated by the fact that I didn't feel like I was demonstrating the thing well enough.
Mm-hmm.
But now, like the next chapter I have to read is only like 4 pages, and then I have to make 2 videos, but I haven't read them yet, so I really don't know what it is. So kind of looking forward to that, though. I think that'll be good.
Good.
And then I think my last class is like the day before your birthday, like the day that I get down there, maybe.
Nice.
No, it's on your birthday. I have my last class. But that's only, oh God, it's like 3 hours. All right. Well, we'll figure it out.
Graduation.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you going to do?
Like, so, well, they emailed me a cap. I don't know how I'm supposed to wear it, but
I don't even have a printer right now.
But got a PDF of a cap. So like, they printed out a tassel.
No, I just like have to email back. I'm sorry, like this is missing the tassel attachment. Fjorses. You know? Fjorses. All right, I'm gonna Google fjord horse, Drew. Give me a second. Talk amongst yourself.
If you Timies could travel anywhere in time backwards, not forwards. It's complicating. Directions are backwards with this thing. Anyway, where would you go? Would you see gladiators? Would you punch a dinosaur in the face? Would you get dinner with Cleopatra? Would you bring a fire extinguisher for Joan of Arc?
All good choices.
Lots of things.
Lots of things one could do. Or maybe you like to dream big. Maybe you want to ride a fjords. Like this one. Look at that fjords.
Oh man, I was way off.
Really? No, but like don't erase anything.
Oh, I'm not erasing. I'm just adding some of the hair because I love the way I have it set up now. It now looks like very like 80s.
Oh, I love it.
Hair, so
Yours is. All right, Drew, you want to play a game? Timies, you want to play a game? Oh, hold on. We got some responses to your question here. Anna says, the best concert Fountains of Wayne ever had. Excuse me. Walter says, I would go back in time 5 minutes ago so I could order from Dos Hermanos before they close. We've all been there.
Mm-hmm.
Humble goals.
That is a humble goal.
Yeah, for sure. Cam says, I would see where toilet paper was invented. We have to respect for the person who created America's best tool. All right. Fair enough. Good answers.
Yeah. Our brother's very passionate about toilet paper.
Very much so, yeah.
Toiletry in general.
Mm-hmm. You know, he's a bathroom fan. They call themselves toilet heads. Anyway. All right, let's play a little Who Am I? The way this works, of course, if you're a first-timey, is we're going to show you a little character that Drew has drawn, and we're going to ask you questions about it. So pay attention, answer these questions. Here's a guy right here, and didn't have time to make him small, so he's just going to stay in the middle of the screen.
Perfect, I like it.
Yeah, I'm all right with it. He's not intrusive. He seems like a nice enough guy.
Mm-hmm.
So, Timmy's first question, I think you know what it is. What is this character's name? First, last? Does he have a nickname? Middle name? Middle initial? Is he an Esquire?
Still, the only thing I like to make my own names for them, just very basic ones as I go. I don't want to ever influence them. But I kept thinking Chicken Nugget Buddy Holly when I made this. And I was like, that's
Nugget Buddy Holly.
That's good enough. I can't stop thinking about it.
It's like a couple months ago or whatever. It was like 2 episodes ago that I think it was Luke named me Jimmy Carter, Calvin Coolidge, Jimmy Carter or something like that. So Chicken Nugget. I like Chicken Nugget Buddy Holly. It's like first name, last name. Well, let's see what we got here.
He's also a colonel.
He's also a colonel. That's right. He's Colonel Chicken Nugget Buddy Holly. I like that. That's Colonel Chicken Nugget Buddy Holly. Let's see. What is his job? Colonel Chicken Nugget Buddy Holly. Let's see. And does he have arms and legs, or is this like his full body?
You decide.
I think he has really small legs. They're like this, but they're just like underneath his chin, and it's only this much. This is like his legs are about. Hold on, that's too long. This is the size of his legs are right there.
So it's a lot of shuffling then.
There's a lot of shuffling. Right about there. That's the size of his legs, just like the eraser part. These two pencils, and that's just like at the bottom of his chin, and he's just like walking around on those like that, right? As far as arms go, yes, but they fold up behind his neck, right? Like that, like gills. He has like little gill hands, and they come out, and people think like, oh no, he's because if you're asking me, I think this guy is a professional thief, right? Because no one suspects it.
No.
He comes in and he's just like, excuse me, I'd like to... That's not what he sounds like, though. We'll answer that later. Actually, you know what? Fuck it, Drew. What does he sound like?
I don't know, Jameson. What does he sound like?
No, I'm asking you now.
Well,
you gotta answer this one.
All I can think of is this, but I've probably done this voice before.
I feel like this is both of our go-tos.
I think so.
We do that a lot. Let's mix it up. He is that only. He's Dutch. So it's like this. I ride the fjords. I have horses. I am a professional thief. I said chef. Thief is what I meant. Anyway, tiny legs in the bottom of his chin, and he's got these fold-up arms that kind of look like gills, right? And so he walks into a jewelry store, and he's just like, excuse me, I would like to see the thing that is behind this counter. And then so they like go and they turn around, and then he just like, he jumps up on the counter, and then he just like grabs everything he can. Cause like, that's what I'm saying. Like big arms, like full size arms. They just like pop out like this. And then he just like steals a bunch of jewelry and he puts it back in, and then he gets back down on the floor, and they don't suspect anything until they look at the security footage later, and they're like, oh my God, Colonel Chicken Nugget Buddy Holly came in here and he robbed us blind, you know?
Him? I was never expecting it to be him.
He couldn't. And see, he's gotta be quick about that, like, because he's got really long arms, but like as we established, really little tiny legs. Beep, 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 beep. So he can't like run away. So he can't like make it super obvious what he's doing. So Colonel Chicken Nugget Buddy Holly, professional thief, diamond heister, and professional chef. He's both.
How many fingers does he have?
11 per hand.
Damn you.
Sorry, I forgot why you were asking that, and I was like, what's a funny answer? A lot of fingers.
Well, some of them go off of the page. Let's keep that in mind later on.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Where does he live? And you know what? I keep saying he. This is my problem. I just always like, I look at these characters and I just assume their genders. Like a real gender assumer. So, okay. Colonel Chicken Nugget Buddy Holly, this guy, this person, this fella or fella Felida. Where do they live?
That's a good question.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
East Montana.
East Montana. All right. He is an East Montanian. Chicken Nugget Buddy Holly. Colonel Chicken Nugget Buddy Holly.
Colonel Chicken
Is he? Question though, is he an actual colonel? Anna,
That
let
is
us
a good
know. Is he, or is that just like a name he goes by, like Colonel Tom Parker? You guys see that Elvis movie?
Yeah, once.
Yeah, I saw it once as well. You know what? I haven't seen a lot of Baz Luhrmann stuff, and people go nuts for that guy. I saw the first half of The Get Down on Netflix, and I was a huge fan. I thought it was really, really cool. That was like the first thing of his I'd ever seen. And I watched the Elvis movie, and I was like, that is fine. You know what I mean?
I just didn't have any want to watch it.
I didn't really either, but Anna wanted to watch it, and I was like, all right, yeah, I'm down. And Tom Hanks, like, it's funny. So Colonel Tom Parker or whatever was the guy who was his manager, and then you find out he's like not a colonel, and he's not at all. Okay, but this guy, he's retired military. He's for real. Colonel Chicken Nugget Buddy Holly. I can star your comment. Yeah, starred now. Cool. Okay, but so like the voice that Tom Hanks does in that movie is so weird, and he goes, "You and I are the same," right? It's like this weird, really weird accent. And so Paul F. Tompkins has been on Comedy Bang Bang as like Major Bob something, like just very much a ripoff of that, or he just like does that voice and he just keeps saying, "You and I are the same." And he showed up on yesterday's episode, and he was like playing Santa Claus, and he's like, "Hey, yes, I'm Santa Claus." I'm not doing it any justice. Of course, like that's the thing about like podcasts and improv is like you cannot recount it to anyone, or else
Absolutely.
you just look like a fucking crazy person.
There's too many layers.
I can promise you, it was really funny though.
That is a funny.
All right.
I like that. I like comedy.
What does he eat? Colonel Chicken Nugget Buddy Holly. What's his diet like?
I don't know, but don't tell his doctor, because his doctor just wants him to eat chicken breast.
Really?
Just chicken breast. Yep. He just wants him to eat it boiled or raw.
Just boiled chicken breast. He walks into a doctor's appointment and he goes, "Hello, doctor. I just decided that I'm going to call an audible," and now his voice is Colonel Tom Parker. "Hello, doctor. You and I are the same." And he comes in, and then he says, "I had nothing but Brussels sprouts since I've been gone." And then the doctor is like, "I said chicken." The doctor sounds like Mrs. Piggy for some reason. Yeah. And "You and I are the same, doctor." Dumb. So his doctor says he should eat only chicken breast, either boiled or raw. And he misunderstood, and he comes in, "I've eaten only Brussels sprouts. They are the same, chicken and Brussels sprouts." All right. What is Colonel Chicken Nugget Buddy Holly's dream?
Good question.
Does he want to be a thief for the rest of his life? I don't see why not. You know? What? Seems like a good life. A couple weeks ago.
I started drawing something. For context, keep in mind this was initially supposed to be Brussels sprouts sitting there, and there's going to be a chicken on the other side of it. But I drew it in a place that it's definitely going to look like your Fjords took a shit on our page here. And I was like, "Oh, I'll color it green. That'll make it better." No, it doesn't.
Oh no! Oh my god!
Let's see. What am I gonna do with that?
All right, hold on. Yeah, it does. That's hilarious. Oh my god! All right. Colonel Chicken Nugget Buddy Holly. He dreams of joining the Ocean's 11 crew. Right? And people keep telling him, oh, Colonel, Chicken Nugget, Buddy Holly, you know that those are just movies, right? And they're not real. And he goes, movies, real life, they're the same, he says. I'm just ripping this bit off of Paul F. Tompkins now, who ripped it off of Tom Hanks. Let's see. Okay. And who is his favorite member of the Wu-Tang Clan? I say Inspector Deck, because I don't think enough of these characters say that. And since he is my favorite.
Respect.
Yep.
I think I fixed it. It looks less
like he's shitting Brussels sprouts?
Mm-hmm.
Well, a little known fact about Fjorses. They shit Brussels sprouts.
Exclusively for some reason.
I love it. All right, well, give it up for our buddy over here, Mr. I keep forgetting his name, like moments after I say it. Colonel Chicken Nugget Buddy Holly. Put your hands for that
best
guy.
Name yet.
Up there. It's probably up there.
I still think Grandpa Walnut is still one of my favorites, even though
Grandpa
he
Walnut
became horrifying.
A monster. An absolute monster, that guy.
Shout out to Yanni Clements.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Past and future guest. The thing about this spicy ginger ale, it's real good, but it makes you have the burps pretty good.
I'm done with my page.
All right. You sending it? Send it on over. Send it on over. Who's that? What's that song?
I don't know. What's your favorite color, y'all?
Yeah.
You guys have a favorite color?
No, mine was red until I worked at Target for 6 years, and I was like, I don't know if I like red anymore. It was green when I was a kid.
It's safe to like red again. I think you've been away long enough.
Yeah, you're right. That's true. I've been away longer than I was there. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's time to watch Superstore.
Yeah, I guess so. The wounds have healed. I should watch Superstore now. Is the time that I am gone from Target and healed those wounds, is it also going to heal my general distaste for the actor Ben Feldman? Is that his name, Ben Feldman?
Possibly, but they really they lean into the fact that he is irritating as shit.
He's very unlikable in everything he's in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, shut up, guy.
Yeah, they lean hard into it, where they're just
really?
like, shut up, Jonah.
Okay. All right, we're getting there. I promise.
Yeah, we're not experts, but we're trying.
No, we're trying our best. And here, nope, that's just a Fjords. All right, here's Drew's tapestry. I fully
recreated the Fjords.
You surely did. Look at that. Oh, you drew a bird over his poops. Oh no, mm-hmm. I love it, chicken, and I love that the Brussels sprout has legs now. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, dude, you nailed the Ginger's bunkhouse.
I know. I pulled up the logo and I was like,
"Oh, did you?
Okay, yeah."
I was like, "That was from memory. That's insane."
I wish.
That was very cool.
There's Robert Downey Jr.'s finger at the bottom there.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to watch that movie again. If you haven't seen Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, check it out. I think it's streaming on Paramount
put it
right
back
now.
up for a sec.
Okay.
The thing in the red shirt, that's Herschel Walker ripping off his red polo, turning into a werewolf.
He's been a werewolf the whole time.
The whole time he was a werewolf.
That's why he's so positive about werewolves all the time.
And there are 11 freaking fingers, hopefully.
Yeah, that looks about right. 11 fingers, all of them sticky. There's little tiny feet down there. Colonel Chicken Nugget, Buddy Holly. I keep forgetting his last name. Much as we all forget the singer of Peggy Sue.
Yeah.
Because of his untimely death.
Mm-hmm. We'll always remember his glasses, though.
Mm-hmm. Certainly. Well, go ahead and put your hands for Colonel Chicken Nugget Buddy Holly, everybody. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Put your hands for Drew. Put your hands for me. Put your hands for our producers, Cameron Rogers and Anna Kabakova, who are both watching right now. Put your hands for yourselves. Put your hands for, hopefully, Raphael Warnock. Put your hands for Ginger and her bunkhouse. Put your hands for my MacGyver chip clip. Right? Put your hands for cheddar jalapeno Cheetos. Anna's hands are put. Look how put they are. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will be back. And also, we love you.
Mm-hmm. Like, subscribe, and all that.
What Drew said. Like, subscribe, all that.
Stuff.
Hey. Yours was better.
All that stuff.
Production.
So much stuff.
Stuff. Yeah. Stuff.
Stuff. Stuff. And, you know, you can rent Killer Raccoons 2 Dark Christmas in the Dark on Amazon. Maybe Apple right now.